Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use, tips a balance in favor of fair use. Okay, this is from independent.com news. Smirking pedophile police officer jailed after grooming 200 girls on Snapchat. Lewis Edwards posed as a teenager to abuse young girls while working for South Wales Police. Holly Evans, dated Wednesday, 25th October, 2023. This is exactly what John Wedger was talking about. Highly recommend you guys going and checking out John Wedger's work. A serving police officer who groomed over 200 girls online and asked his victims to take sexual images in their school uniforms has been jailed for life. Yeah, not like he was selling those pictures too as well. So can I close that? Yeah, at least UK knows, how to do it. Lewis Edwards, 24, had smirked toward family members of his victims in court. Come to the sticks and do that. Showing no remorse after posing as a 14-year-old boy on Snapchat to target young girls, he was eventually caught with more than 4,500 indecent images of children who were aged between 10 and 16. So parents, you guys have to pay attention. I'm not being mean or anything. Children are a little goofy. They want to sneak around and do stuff behind their parents' backs. So you got to be on them all the time. He had threatened his victims, telling them he would publish their images or harm their families if they did not comply with his demands. It's always the blackmail. I think I'd love to talk to parents of young children or even older adults that had young kids and figure out what kind of talks can we have with the young children to make them understand that those threats are not something for the child to worry about. Now, we hope it never gets to that, but we have to take the charge or the energy out of those threats so that children know they can tell their parents or whomever's raising them that they can, if they're a trustworthy adult, that they can tell them anything. No secrecy. No secrecy. His offending took place between November 2020 and his arrest in February 2023 while he had joined South Wales Police in January 2021. All but one of the victims were abused by Edwards while he was a serving police officer, and he targeted one teenager 17 days after meeting her as part of his duties. Highly recommend you guys go check out Meat Rack Boy. It's another book I haven't read yet. I'm going to get it. He really suffered a lot. I think he's passed away now, but he wrote a book explaining how he was being sexually abused in the UK. He went to the police officers to report the abuse, and the police officer that he had exchanges with abused him as well. They're part of a lot of them are part of the underground secret societies. Investigators found that on 30 occasions he was in contact with his victims during working hours, stating that he had gained sadistic enjoyment from the distress of his young victims. Judge Tracy Lloyd Clark sentenced him to life with a minimum term of 12 years. Look at his eyes. They're just empty. Empty. Members of the police's online investigation team executed a search warrant at the house Edwards shared with his mother and father in Bridgend. And you guys know the abuse didn't just start with him, right? Not far from South Wales Police Headquarters in February 2023. Lewis Edwards was sentenced to life with a minimum term of 12 years. Prosecutor Roger Griffith said, another interesting name, Griffith. The defendant was in his bedroom. Found next to him were 2 mobile phones. Police began the mammoth task of investigating vast quantities of material on the electronic devices they were able to access. What it revealed was online interaction between the defendant and female children. Little girls. He would request girls to engage in various activities. In one recording played to the court, Edwards can be heard blank as he encourages his 12-year-old victim to do the same. Edwards also told the victim that other girls had blanked themselves, and he did not care if she did. Screams occult to me, you guys. I don't know, it could be just like, a psychopath guy. The court heard some girls were so traumatized by what Edwards did to them that they started self-harming. That's common in sexually abused children. And one slept with a hammer under her pillow. You guys know what the hammer stands for, right? It's a code. I'm telling you guys, just go look it up. FM. On several occasions, Edwards told victims to write "Snap God" on their bodies. Oh, that sounds like Nexium. And remember what Keith Raniere said? How he used to talk about Luciferians all the time? It's also a way to create a sigil as well. Sigils can have very good, positive, magical, beautiful energy, and they can also have very diabolical energy. I don't know if that was the case. It could just be ownership. Snap God is a distributor of child abuse material from whom Edwards had bought images using Bitcoin. Edwards also threatened to bomb the house of one of his victims, SHOOT, her parents, if she stopped sending him images. The court was told. Edwards pleaded guilty to 161 offenses, including blackmail, inciting a child to engage in activity at Cardiff Crown Court. This also reminds me, do you guys remember when there was a big police raid on the alleged Orthodox Jewish community basement? I believe this was like a basement below the temple. I don't remember exactly what building it was in, where they went in and rescued children. Go look it up, guys. It's very similar. Several victims said their trust of the police has been shattered. One mother said, "We cannot get our head around the fact that somebody who was there to protect you could do this." Facts. The smirk he gave us in court shows that he has no remorse. I hope they put him in general population. That's what I hope. I do not think he can or will have any understanding or care how he has impacted his victims. See, you can't project natural emotions onto these monsters, because that's what they are. They're monsters. Lewis Edwards, I want you to know that as a family we will never forgive you, and we feel nothing for you but hate. That's refreshing. Another mother said, as parents, you will do anything to protect your child, and when we think about what she went through during that period, It really does break our hearts. During the prosecution's opening, Mr. Griffiths had to take a break, having become emotional, reading a statement from the mother of one of Edward's victims. One victim had confessed to her father that she had sent Edwards an indecent image via Snapchat, and he was asking for more and threatening to share it if she did not comply. Her father took her phone and messaged the individual saying, "This is her dad. Stop now. What you're doing is illegal," Mr. Griffiths said. Their response was LOL. Laugh out loud. That doesn't scream psychopath, does it? He replied with a photograph of himself with the caption, "Just in case you think I'm joking, I'm her dad. Stop now." From there, he sensed the individual seemed to panic. They begged, "Please don't say anything. I won't share then. I won't do anything." You guys see at the heart, they're cowards. They're cowards. Feeding and vampiring off these children. From the panic in the tone, he assumed he was speaking with a child. He suspended her Snapchat account and reported the episode to Snapchat. Mr. Griffiths said the girl's parents also reported the incident to the police and they received advice about online safety. Me personally, I'm thinking they need to get rid of the Snapchat, honestly. No offense to Snapchat, but that's where these... I mean, I know it's not going to only be Snapchat, but Snapchat is a big hub for these scum. We need to get these children reading books again. Sentencing Edwards to life. Judge Tracy Lloyd Clark told Cardiff Crown Court. See, there's more threes again. You got the Cardiff is a 3, Crown is 3, and Court is 3. These are extremely serious offenses, and the defendant is a prolific offender. How many more of them are in the ranks? Telling you guys, go look at John Wedger. He has caused significant harm to the victims, their parents, their siblings, and their wider families. It is clear that he not only gained sexual gratification, but he also enjoyed the power he had over the young girls. She described his behavior as cruel and sadistic, adding that she found he posed a serious danger to children. More follows on this breaking news story. Support truly independent journalism. At The Independent, our mission is to deliver unbiased, fact-based journalism that's free from political allegiances and the influence of shareholders and commercial interests. But we need your help. Your support enables us to uncover crucial stories that would otherwise have gone untold, hold power to account, and amplify voices often unheard. Whether $5 or $50, every contribution counts. It fuels our reporting, invests in investigations, and maintains our independence. Support The Independent today and join us in our mission for truth and transparency. Louise Thomas, editor. So if you want to support them, go ahead. I will leave the link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.